I just watched a 4-part documentary on CNN that is straight up fascinating. The Many Lives of Martha Stewart.
Really?
Oh. Like Martha Stewart from the beginning, where she was like a model when she was in her teens.
Didn't even know this documentary existed.
Yeah. And, you can
excited
see it
for
on
that.
Hulu. But she's done all kinds of stuff that I had no idea that she did. And it's just kind of interesting. And the reason she went to jail, like that was something I never really understood. Like, how did Martha end up doing like 5 months?
Right.
And basically, her pride, honestly, is why she ended up going to jail. But it's super interesting on how she just built this empire, how she was treated because she was a self-made billionaire. You know?
Yeah.
It's super interesting.
And that's on Hulu?
You can find it on Hulu. It's a 4-part doc from CNN, The Many Lives of Martha Stewart.
And if you're on the Vegas Strip for the big game and you're looking for a place to eat, I've been praising this place.
Yes, you have.
She has a place called the Bedford at Paris. So freaking good. Get the tomahawk steak and participate.
Take home a lot of it.
And participate in bread service. It is so good.
I always look for a good documentary, and I feel like all the streaming services don't really add that many of them.
There's a lot of documentaries, but they all seem to be crime.
Yeah, cults. Yeah, very
cult. Yeah.
I'm almost true crimed out.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
this is like a nice kind of refreshing.
Interesting.
On a super, super famous person that played it close to the vest. So you had no idea all this stuff. So check that out. And I'm going to recommend In the Know, which is on Peacock. That is a Mike Judge show. And he's done it with Zach Woods. And Zach, you might know from The Office or Silicon Valley. He voices this lead character, a totally woke NPR host at an NPR station. And it has a 94% from the audience. Now, as a listener of NPR, I feel like this is perfect NPR.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
They nailed it?
And they do interviews with live action people. So this...
Oh, okay. I remember you mentioning that.
So this, animated character is talking to live action Tegan and Sarah or Finn Wolfhard. Jonathan Van Ness, very funny on it.
Oh, from Queer Eye.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
But this host is like so woke, but also so unaware.
Okay.
And like all of a sudden these interviews turn and they're like all about him.
Oh, okay.
But it's clear like there's no script for these interviews. It's like completely off the cuff. So I think it's a lot of fun. It is In the Know on Peacock. So what do you got for us?
Well, I'm taking notes because I need stuff to watch.
I know. You say there's something to watch.
I have rewatched Breaking Bad, which takes a good few weeks.
Like, that is a show that I loved the first time, but I'm like, not anxious to watch
I'll watch
again.
it a third time.
Okay.
I rewatched The Kaminsky Method, which I love, and I don't know how you don't like it.
I
Ed.
hate it.
I would like to do an what you're watching. So to save your time, came across this movie, I think it was on Netflix, called The Florida Project with Willem Dafoe.
Oh, yeah, he was nominated for an Oscar.
Which that's what made me watch it. I love Willem Dafoe, and I thought, Oscar-nominated role. Was he good in it? Sure. Was the movie good? Absolutely not.
Really?
It's one of these movies where it's a slice of life movie where it's about rundown Florida motel where people live essentially in poverty, and the whole point of the movie is to show that the kids accentuate the positive. They make the best of everything. They're always playing and running around, even though they live among these bad parents, bad surroundings. Willem Dafoe is the manager of this motel, but it literally goes nowhere. And then at the end, the credits roll. And you're like, wait, what?
I think that's the new trend.
It
all
is.
these crappy indie movie style movies are now becoming mainstream movies, and they just have one shocking scene that everybody talks about, Saltburn, and the rest is just boring AF. And I don't know how, Ravy, you love The Holdovers. It's super
I do
boring.
love The
Nothing
Holdovers.
happens.
It is very slow, though.
I'm with you, Menace, on that. The Holdover's so boring.
It's so boring.
It's been taking me forever to try and get through that. I'm still not done. I've sat down 5 different times and I watch it in bits and I can't finish it.
Spoiler, Sammy, nothing happens.
That's that director, though. That's Alexander Payne, and he's like
but it sucks that's the direction
you're totally right.
going.
At the Florida Project, at the end, first of all, it doesn't culminate with anything. Then the scene fades to black, and in my head, I'm saying, don't roll the credits. That can't be, no credit. And then all of a sudden, the floor. Here come the credits. I'm like, how is that the ending?
Yeah,
Wow.
because that's the indie movie style. They don't wrap up things. They just leave it open ended. Another movie that got really popular was the Leave the World Behind. Right?
Oh, I hated that movie.
They make you go through all these things,
and then nothing happens.
There's
no answers.
I turned that off.
Sucks.
Yeah, that's another anti-watch.
Yeah, that's an anti what you're watching.
I don't want any of that
The
stuff.
412 texted over, I loved Beef. That is something I haven't watched yet, and it's won so many awards. I got to watch Beef. And, Ravy, don't be a hater, but the 1,000-Pound Sisters, very emotional this season.
Oh, it is actually. It'll bring a tear to your eye.
For real? For real?
For real. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1,000-Pound Sisters. Obviously, I don't know. Greg, are you wrapped up on yours?
Oh yeah. I'm taking notes now.
1,000-Pound Sisters. I'm a little behind on, but you start the season knowing that Tammy's husband is going to die because
and he's still alive in the show right now?
he's still alive in the show through the season. So I'm not caught up. I'm a few episodes behind. But also, Amy, she's going through a divorce, and she has kids, and it's really a lot of drama's going on there. So, and then these people have all these drama in their life, and they're trying to lose weight and stay healthy. They've gone through so much just to be able to walk again.
Yeah.
Because one of them, Tammy, she was 700-800 pounds.
Right.
And now you get emotional and oh my God, she was able to stand out of her wheelchair and walk.
I saw her get in a van.
Yeah, that is such a big deal. I know
All the feels.
Yeah, it is. And I know
Because I watch a lot of Food Network, and they air a lot of, commercials for the 1,000-Pound
Oh, they
Sisters.
do.
Yeah, but you do get invested. Okay, I want these people to do well,
Yeah.
and I know it's, random rednecks from Kentucky. People will say that it's stupid to watch it, but you do get invested in the story. But some other things I do want to shout out, and I think I've shouted out before. If you just want something fun and dumb, and if you love things like The Hangover, Obliterated on Netflix is pretty much The Hangover.
I liked it.
You liked it?
I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it's pretty much The Hangover, / action movie.
Right.
And it's a TV series. When you click on it, you think it's just a movie, but it's actually a TV series.
Who's in it?
Bunch of
Anybody you know?
unknowns.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah. I didn't really recognize
But
any.
there is nudity. There is
Oh.
wiener.
There's a pivotal
Oh,
wiener
so it's a
scene.
comedy.
It's
I got
comedy.
it. I got it.
There's quite the wiener.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just say one of the characters' name is Trunk.
Yeah.
And we find out why.
Okay.
Deservedly so.
There was another thing I think I shouted out before, but I did enjoy Lessons in Chemistry on
Oh, sure.
Apple
TV Plus.
Yeah,
Brie
I really
Larson.
like that.
Mhm.
And stuff that I want to watch, I think Amazon is going to start killing it in March. And they just came out that series, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Right.
And I know
Oh, right,
the
that's-
reviews, I don't care about reviews.
Are they bad? I thought they
They're
were
like 6, 7
good. Okay.
on the main review pages.
Okay.
I'm still going to watch it. And then I'm very excited for that Roadhouse remake.
Oh, yeah.
With Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. That's going to be on Amazon. And that Ricky Sticknicky movie with John Cena
Right.
and Zac Efron. That's also going to come out in March on Amazon Prime. So
Okay.
I'm great.
Menace
I'm
is
all
in the
about
future.
Amazon Prime.
Hell yeah. It's
Sammy,
going
what
on
are you
down.
watching?
Well, on Amazon Prime, I'm rewatching right now Freaks and Geeks because it's the best.
Freaks and Geeks is awesome.
I can't
Yeah.
stop watching it every year, so I'm binging that right now. And then The Gilded Age on Max. I've brought this up before, but there was a
Gilded
very long break between season 1 and season 2, and
Yes,
they
and it's
finally, brought back season 2. So I highly recommend it if you have not seen it. If you're into period,
It's a period
pieces like
piece,
that,
yep.
yes. But it's based on real families. Like everything that's happening isn't real necessarily, but it is based on actual
So,
people.
like The Crown.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I'm also watching older stuff that I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like It Could Happen to You, the Nicolas Cage movie, where he
Sure.
wins the lottery.
Sure.
Oh, sweet. I want to watch that.
Sure.
That's a dream right there.
Hell yeah.
All right, Board, take us home with something.
All right. I'm rewatching a series from the early 2000s called Gundam Seed. It's an anime.
Mm-hmm.
It is normal Earthlings versus special DNA adjusted humans that live in space to see who's actually right and who's not. And the humans on Earth are like, no, we're pure. We don't have our genes altered. And the other ones are like, well, we're kind of better than you, but we're not hating. But if you're going to make us hate, we're going to hate. It's giant fighting robots in space and everything. I'm rewatching it because it's on Crunchyroll. You can watch all the seasons there. Lots of action, lots of fighting. They just sent out some remastered versions with extra scenes. And because there's a new movie that just came out, 20 years in the making in Japan called Gundam Seed Freedom, which I can't wait for. So
Greg can't stop talking about it.
I mean,
Gundam Seed Freedom.
Anything Bort talks about.
I mean, if Greg Greg wants an anime for him, though, Netflix, Vampire in the Garden. You have a post-apocalyptic world where vampires have taken over, and now they're kind of bored.
Okay.
Humans are kind of staying in these military locations by themselves. One human female and one vampire female start hitting the road to try to fight Garden of Eden together, and there might be some
And they hook up.
lesbian action,
Nice.
Greg.
Whoa. Animated lesbian action?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we can't picture Bort just like sitting down and putting on The
Gundam?
Crown or just some drama, you know.
The Gilded Age.
Right.
Thank you very much, everybody. Text over what you're watching to us at 22987, and we're going to be checking in with Seabass. He's in Vegas for the Super Bowl. That's coming up next on The Woody Show.
The Woody Show. Be back in a bit.